Hey, what's going on, everybody? TujoPanda back in action. I just wanted to make a quick announcement here. So basically, the next several videos are going to be video gaming and VR chat related. So, bye! Alright. Okay, so most of you are probably anticipating some furry-related videos. I'm sorry, I've sort of been dealing with my own havoc in life lately, and I really appreciate the patience and understanding that a lot of you have had. It's just, I might comment on what's actually going on in another video, but basically, there's a reason that, the quantity of videos hasn't really been coming out in a furry-related sense, And I'm also trying to explore new things with the channel. My initial thought for the channel was going to be, a lot more open-ended than just focusing on furry stuff. But I'm going to get back to that. So, I would just like to say thank you to the community, especially the YouTube community, for allowing me to surpass 200 subscribers, and thank you to the subscribers themselves for subscribing to my channel. Blockbuster for Plebs is officially open for business. Woohoo! I think it's time that we celebrate 200 subscribers as of Friday, I believe. So, thank you, everybody that's taken interest in me and my channel. It really means a lot to me. Moving on. So, in other news, I'd like to extend a question to my subscribers. What would you personally like to see more of? Obviously, there's a lot of interest in Amorous, but I can't keep playing Amorous for the rest of my life now. You're going to get bored eventually, and I'm probably not going to take it as seriously as I did the first few times. I've been playing around with the YouTube videos I already have up. Apparently, I had some sexy content that I forgot to delete, and I censored it, and YouTube didn't say anything, so I'm going to assume that everything's okay. I'm not going to tell you which video, but I will leave you a hint. It probably has something to do with the third. Anyway, so yeah. Echo is continuing right along. Major Minor is not getting the interest that I thought it would, but maybe that's because people had criticisms against Glace and his game. Or should I say, furry graphic novel. Amorous really, amidst all these furry games, it's like the one thing that actually gives you a sort of option, like you can sort of weigh your options and actually pursue, somebody a certain way or not pursue somebody a certain way. It's one of the few things that would be what I would consider a game. So, but yeah, apparently I got some other things in the pipeline. I know I keep mentioning that, but people keep sort of mentioning games that are kind of adult-related, At least that's the focus of the game. And YouTube basically gave me a stern talking to recently, and they said, knock it off, or we're going to keep giving you strikes. Thankfully, they kept up their side of the bargain. They removed the strike they had against me, so good times. But at the same time, I'm just sort of wondering what's going to be happening in the future. Because the community guidelines keep changing, and I'm just trying to peddle a decent, stream of content to you all, and they're not keeping a consistent beat on what's good and what's bad. So, I'm just gonna, leave it at that for right now. Expect some Amorous videos in the near future. I actually had something a little bit more elaborate than just a simple Let's Play. So, be on the look for that. As always, we still have Echo to continue. We have Great Troubles. We also have something that's related to Great Troubles called I Promised, or something like that. Or, something to do with promise. It's another game that looks just like Great Troubles, but different story, obviously. I'm going to focus on independent games, and games that, sort of touched me, because I think, in that sense, I'm going to give it a little bit more tender loving care than I've been giving some of the other stuff that crosses my plate. And as always, expect some, gameplay in cosplay, gaming and cosplay. I hope you've all enjoyed the content so far. And remember, there's always some more ideas I have in the pipeline. I'm working on various projects here. I'm not just a, gamer, by the way. I'm not just like a YouTuber. I draw, I write, I do various other things. I even cosplay. I make cosplay. So, check that out sometime. I'll post some links in the description to my DeviantArt, FurAffinity, and my Tumblr. So if you all want to look at that, that's great. I got banned from Twitter for quote-unquote hateful conduct. I'm really not sure what hateful conduct means, but when I appealed the decision, they basically said, oh, you were guilty of hateful conduct. I'm like, can you give me an example? And it's like, no, you're banned. Bye. I even tried making another account, but they found that, so I'm going to assume they either have my phone number or my IP address. So I will not be having a Twitter from now on, and I will be moving on from that platform. I'm going to be focusing on YouTube. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be bigly. So really appreciate you all following me here. I am going to go back to making some YouTube videos tonight, so catch you next video, guys. Take care. Peace. Oh, by the way, before I go, I just wanted to ask a quick question here. Would you all be interested to watch me make political commentary? I think it's very important in today's day and age for basically everyone to make their own opinions and judgments on various goings-ons in the world. And I have some criticisms about the mainstream media and alternative media. Basically they're trying to be like the truth sayers of any situation. And as I've quickly come to learn, how people interpret the events of a situation can vary greatly depending on the demographic, as well as what is and what isn't important in their everyday life. And I can't help but feel that there are corporate interests involved that are trying to unduly influence the opinions of others for their benefit. So, but here's the thing. Just because we all have opinions about politics, you don't necessarily come to me to hear about that. I would imagine that you come to YouTube to try to escape conflicts. To escape politics for at least a little while, because politics, ever since the 2016 election, it's been all pervasive in our society. Like, you can't get anywhere without talking about politics in some shape, way, or form. And some people, they just want to keep that right out of their life for at least a little while. They just want to escape that. Now, I have personal criticisms as far as that's concerned, but at the same time, I will completely understand if people, don't want to hear about it, because, let's be honest, most of us probably have enough responsibilities and problems facing our everyday lives that we don't need another worry on top of that. But it could be interesting. I would try to present some facts from both sides of the proverbial argument and all points in between, and try to provide like an impartial analysis of like a particular event or a trend or a phenomena, and try to correlate that with information that I can, ascertain. It'll pretty much be like a research project from college. I'm not really sure what kind of interest you all might have with that, but just keep an open mind and post comments here in the video, like yourself, if you want to see like anything happen. Please don't stop following me because of politics, or if like my opinion on something might differ from yours, because like my interest, I think all opinions are pretty valid, but at the same time, just because you might like think something like a certain way on something and I think a different way on something, neither one of us might be right and neither one of us might be wrong. We might just be looking at two different ways, So keep that in mind. I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility for what I could do with the channel as I try to crank up my volume here in the near future. So with that said, I guess post some comments of your personal opinions on this in this YouTube video, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.